Spring officially begins March 20th, less than a month away. So when we think spring, we think warmer weather, and although it doesn't really feel like that's coming anytime soon, our meteorologists say it is on its way. Some of you probably looking forward to going fishing when things get warmer, so we brought in a fishing pro to give us some tips, Captain Richard Rutland, and you taught me how to cast a line at the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo a few years ago.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. You're great. Was I hard to teach?
No, not at all. It's fishing's not hard at all. A lot of people think you got to be all specialized and fluent with everything, but it's really easy. You know what I mean?
You're a good teacher. And we have a little bit of the video. Here is Captain Richard teaching me or attempting to. I did actually end up casting the line, so I thought I did pretty good.
You didn't hook anybody.
That is exactly what I was trying not to do. So yes, I was proud of myself. So that's a little bit of learning how to fish, and it really was, like I said, a good teacher. It was easy. I mentioned cold temperatures we're still experiencing make spring seem so far away. So will those cold temperatures, do you think, affect the beginning of the fishing season this year?
Sometimes it can just kind of affect how soon or how late the water temperatures start to warm up and the fish start to get real active in their springtime patterns. So it just all really depends on how quickly it warms up, but it's looking really good right now. We've been catching, lately I've been doing really good on some redfish and sheep's head, and speckled trout are starting to bite real good. So I'm real excited about it. I can't wait for it to warm up just a little bit.
So maybe closer to April, you think?
Yeah, probably the end of March, mid-April, it'll start to...
Really good time.
Yeah, it'll start to really get going. Always, my big indicator is when the dogwoods are blooming, that's when you need to be fishing. So look out for those little white flowers.
Good tip. That's when to put the boat in the water. Now, we've had the folks from Laps in our kitchen cooking several times, and they're awesome. One of the things that I've mentioned is they have this great little bait shop. Great for fishermen like yourself, and I'm sure like many of you out there, but a lot of other things there at Laps in addition to the bait shop that helps out fishermen.
That's right. One thing I really love about Laps is the parking lot there is humongous. You can get your boat in and out of there. You're not like trying to squeeze in like a little gas station, worried about hitting every little thing with the boat. You just whip it on in there, and you got so much room. And then the launch is right there, so you can get your bait and launch, or you can launch and then pull up to their dock. They've got a huge dock right up front. That's great to tie up to.
That's good.
Then obviously the bait's upstairs. A lot of people, I think, shy away from it because it's so far up the stairs with a bait bucket. But they'll lower it down on a little dumbwaiter for you.
That's convenient.
Oh yeah, it's great. They do it every morning for me. They let it down, and then I'll just pick it up downstairs and take it over to my boat, and I'm on my way. And
they're open 7 days a week, 5 a.m. because I know you want to get out early, right?
Yep. I pretty much beat everybody there most of the time, but 5 a.m. that's when they open.
So are the fish usually biting earlier in the morning or later at night?
That kind of just depends. It's seasonal. In the wintertime, you're not so stressed to wake up real early and get out there, just because like the sun warming up the water will kind of get the fish's metabolisms going. So in the wintertime, not so much, but when spring and summer gets here, I'm going to be out there before the sun comes up, waiting on them to bite. And
you want to beat everybody else to the good fish.
Of course.
And as I mentioned, you're a charter boat captain, cold-blooded fishing team, and you guys can catch a ride with Captain Richard. Tell me about the cold-blooded fishing team.
Well, I've been running a charter business for, this will be my 5th season. It's been great to me. It's taken me a lot of places I never thought I would go with it, and we're booking a lot of trips and just ready for it to warm up and get going.
I'm sure. So you can do trips. You book up to 6 people, right?
That's right. 6 people. Everything's pretty much included: bait, fuel, ice, tackle. I'll clean the fish for you and bag them up. Give you a little ice to take them home.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I bet. And you've been fishing more than 15 years.
Oh yeah, pretty much since I can remember. I've had a fishing rod in my hand.
So I know you have some tips for folks maybe new to fishing, or maybe you just moved to this area, you aren't really familiar with the waters in this area. What tips can you've given a couple of good tips, but especially with the waters in this area, what other tips can you give the folks new to the area or new to fishing in this area?
New to the area is something that I always do if I go to a new area to try to fish a tournament somewhere, or I'm just on vacation, is I always look for local knowledge. however you can get local knowledge. That's going to be at bait shops, at
Like laps.
right, laps, fishing clubs. You can always pick up a local magazine like Coastal Angler Magazine or Great Days Outdoors, something like that, where you can flip open and read a report of exactly what's going on in the area.
Nice.
So local knowledge is where I always start.
Okay, so asking around. Just
Ask
like
around,
with
just
everything.
try to kind of just talk to other anglers and see what's going on, what's biting, what's hot, what they're eating, where they are.
All right, well, I know you and a lot of other folks out there are ready for it to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
little bit warmer. So when you're ready to take out your boat, you'll find everything you need at Laps. It's right off Battleship Parkway, and the bait shop, again, opens at 5 a.m. every day. And don't forget, you can also take a fishing trip with Captain Richard. And when you go to our Studio 10 page on fox10tv.com, you'll find all the information you need to book your outing.